I grew a new Instagram page from 0 to 10,000 followers in 30 days. If you're at 0 followers or below 10,000, pay attention. This is my proven strategy, account priming. Now, this is a strategy that we have been developing over the last few months, and we do it with every new account or struggling account. First thing is you need to have a creator account. You either go to settings, accounts, and change it to professional, and then you have the choice of either business or creator, and I prefer creator. Once you have this, you go onto your profile, and then you'll see professional dashboard. Once you press your professional dashboard, scroll down and you'll see your tools. What I want you to do is press inspiration. Now, inspiration is a tool that's super underrated, especially for accounts at the beginning or that are struggling. Now, here at the top, you'll see similar to your content. And this is indicating or telling me that it understands, or Instagram, the algorithm understands what my account is about, and therefore will be able to show that content to the right people. With a new account, with struggling accounts, often this could be videos of Justin Bieber or random stuff. This feature is also super useful for, suggested for you, people popular with your followers, audios that are trending in your niche, and then also a bunch of accounts which are also relevant to you. So there's a lot of info, but the first thing is getting aligned. And our whole 30-day strategy is literally centered around this so that the right audience can see our content. So start to feed some data to Instagram. Go to settings, and then here at the top, you'll see saved. I want you to go there, press plus, and type in, something about your niche. So for example, healthy vegan recipes, and I will press next, and then I will press done. Essentially, this is where you can save audios, content, which is super useful for later down the line. What I want you to do is just start to save content in your niche. If it's high performing, even better, as that's useful for inspiration down the line. But this sends a strong signal to Instagram, saving content in folders like this. The next up is stop all non-niche activity. This is something that I do and will continue to do. I do not share my accounts with anyone. I do not use my other accounts to follow them, to like content. I do not tell my friends, family, auntie, dogs. No, I do not engage in content which is off topic. So if I have a healthy vegan page, I won't be liking videos about football, cricket. No, I keep it locked in. This page has a purpose, and I try to keep all random factors out. The next thing is to build your aspiration list. Now, this is really easy. You just follow 10 to 15 accounts, which are, a decent level, high competitors, but to get the algorithm to, again, start to understand what content you like. And this is super useful, again, just to keep an eye on the market and to have for inspiration and ideas. And again, do not follow random pages. Leave that for a personal page. Now, I do this roughly usually for 48 hours, sometimes 24, but you don't need to overcomplicate this. Priming the inspiration can take time. Everything we're doing, this content strategy, which I'm about to show you, is all part of this priming 30-day process for growth. 30-day prime content system. So we know about priming, we want to get aligned with Instagram as quickly as possible, but this is also for our own sake too. First 15 days are going to focus on Reels. And the reason why is Reels get reach the quickest, okay? And the goal isn't to go viral, it's to build momentum. But with this strategy, going viral does occur. Now, the first thing is clarity. This is where almost everyone fails or stumbles upon and struggles with. Even with Grow with Alex, I've had issues with my clarity, etc. But when you have this locked in, everything is so much different. So the goal is to get clear with this. So when you have clarity, your audience, your videos make sense. They know what you stand for. You do less overthinking, less burnout. People quit so much because of this. Priming algorithm. We're still priming. There's consistent topics, faster niche recognition plus reach. So the first thing I want us to do is get our content style locked in. We'll pick a content style. Oh, wow, that video's got 2 million views. Wow, that guy's got 3 million followers. I'm going to copy that content style. No, people do this so often. They'll look at a big account and not realize they have 3,000 posts. They've been posting for 10 years. They did not start that way, and then try to compete with that recent kind of 10 videos and then stop. Guys, we need to be realistic with ourselves. Let's say I'm creating a healthy vegan page. What I would do is go to your Instagram, whether it's new or not. So like type in vegan healthy. And what you want to do is look for content here. Okay, so start to look at the different types of content. So it could be, talking head, which is where someone's speaking to the camera. This is a recipe that I made. Or simple background with text on top, it could be like a list. Then you have like the fast rate based recipes, which are something like this. And then you have like the ones with just images. In different niches, there's going to be tons of different kind of content styles. Make a list of that. What I want you to do is to pick one which takes you no longer than 30 minutes. If you're really an advanced editor, content creator, then obviously you can pick something a bit more complicated. But we all need to live in reality. How much time do we have each day to create content? Not much. So we need to pick something simpler. Remember, this is going to evolve. As our page grows, we can start investing money. We can build a team. There's so many different things. No page is just posting the same thing forever. Pick something that you can do right now. I suggest making 1 or 2 videos, practice around, and you'll be locked in with the style. Once we have that in place, you can use AI for this. So I could go on Gemini right here, or I could go on ChatGPT or anything, or you can do this yourself. And I will share this prompt in the description. And essentially what this is going to lock in your first 15 days of content. Okay, so essentially this is going to help with binge sessions that your audience are going to have. So one of the big issues with new accounts is, you'll go into a profile and it will be like completely random stuff. One mindset, one fitness, one that looks like a reel, one that looks like a matrix video, all different stuff. What we want to do is to have it clean. You want to create something where someone can go into one video and then stumble upon another one and another one. And this is going to be huge indication of growth to the algorithm. You can use this prompt, fill in the details, and essentially you will get something like this. So if I was a spiritual coach, core subtopics, mindful rituals, meditation, breathwork basics, etc. And it will give me 15 days of content. Now, I'm not going to tell you to post every day for 15 days. No, you can post 5 times a week, 4 times, whatever works for you, depends on your content. But I know some of you will want to do 15 days. So here are your topics. Okay, and I'll speak a bit more about the videos in a moment. I'm just telling you, this is what I do for metadata that I constantly feed the algorithm. Instead of me saving a video or a post as image 8875, I will save it as keywords. So London best coffee shops guide.ibofi. The Instagram algorithm is so advanced right now that the more information we give in simple ways, I don't know, will it help? Maybe. So just do it. Spoken or written keywords. Within the first 5 seconds of your video's audio, verbally saying your keywords really helps. And this can be written or spoken. This is something as well that I think is important, burned in text. So we have 2 different options. We can add like overlays to our videos on Instagram, but something that happens is this can be seen as a sticker. This can, disappear, and this can be not tracked for kind of SEO. Whereas when we do it on our editing platform like CapCut or Premiere Pro, it's literally like tattooed into the video, and the algorithm has no choice but to kind of, recognize it and then feed that into kind of its, algorithm. Once that's done, every time you post a video, spend 5 minutes commenting on competitor posts, aiming for top comment. It's simple. Spend 5 minutes. Don't overcomplicate it. If you have comments from previous videos, even if it's 1 or 2, reply to them now after you post. Okay, so it's just 5-minute work. The next thing is stop copying people. Copying people is not going to help you. Okay, everyone, is constantly telling us download 100 videos and then just rework them and then you'll go viral. I did that video like a year or 2 ago, and at that time it worked. Now it doesn't work as well. Okay, creativity, we're all creative. Even if you can't draw, all of us are creative. That's what makes us unique. And the best accounts are able to add their, salt and pepper to their accounts. So do not think you need to start copying. No, what you want to use competitor accounts for is a benchmark. So if you decide to do talking head video, then use your competitors as a benchmark. Okay, they're doing it at this level. I need to do it at this level. So, use it as a benchmark, not to copy, use it as inspiration, but be willing to add your own creativity because that's what's going to separate you. Right now, there's 2 options. We got low effort or high effort. Low effort is raw, authentic, minimal edited videos. High effort is cinematic, highly produced content. If you want me to make a video teaching you how to make cinematic style videos, let me know in the comments. But essentially, when you're like stumbling in the middle, it's not going to work. Try to pick one of these, okay? Both work really well now. And that's the beauty of Instagram, is that this is doing well as well. This is what I want you to do, okay? For the first 0 to 15 days, this is what I always do. And we just rotate and it keeps us locked in and growing. Okay, so at this point, you've done basically the hard work and it's day 15 to 30. Now, what I do at this point is I do the 30-30 method. And essentially, this is 1/3 new ideas, 1/3 feature or carousel focus, and 1/3 repurposing. So essentially, 1/3 new ideas, carry on from the 15 ideas that we did. Remember to stay on topic and use AI or use your mind if you're an expert. And then 1/3 feature carousel focus. Instagram has a tendency to, release these new features and then reach can be boosted with them. You can try it for 1/3 of the content. Don't rely on it. Don't make a big deal about it. Test it out. Or focus on carousels. You can start introducing carousels, which I'm about to speak about. If you want me to make a full video about carousels, different ways to create them, etc., let me know in the comments. The last thing is repurposing. So if I have 15 videos, 2 of them got 2,000 views, the rest 100 views, I would look at those 2 that got 2,000 and think, okay, identify why maybe they perform better and recreate them with small changes and then essentially start creating them. And this is the best way to maximize your followers for this 30-day window. And you would just kind of repeat that. But now let's speak about how you're going to maximize people going onto your profile, looking at your content, and how to convert them into fans and followers. Let's jump into the next section. And this again is called the maximum followers kind of profile. So let's pretend I'm a vegan chef. And this is super important. Some of you are going to be like, my bio is good and stuff, but just double check because trust me, you're losing out. So the first thing is your profile picture. For this, you have 2 options. So let's say I'm a vegan chef, I can do a personal brand, use a bright, clear headshot of you holding a signature ingredient, but make it clear. If you're using a business brand, faceless page, etc., use a clean, modern logo with a vegetable or leaf icon. High contrast is key. Simplicity. Do not do text, logos, all in one. Keep it simple, something exactly like this. Now, with your name, keep it simple and memorable. Try to avoid too many dots, underscores, numbers. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look professional. The next thing is your display name. And this is the bold text that you see at the top. Now, this is super important. You don't want to just copy this and put it there. No, you want to use this for SEO. This is essentially what people are sharing. So instead of Jane Doe or some crap, you want to put quick vegan recipes or 15-minute vegan meals, what people are actually searching for. Then you have your bio. This is a good bio. Clean, simple, straight. Line 1, who you help and what you do. Be specific. I help busy people cook delicious vegan food in under 15 minutes, and I simplified it even more. Line 2 is your credibility. Author, vegan, speedy vegan. Don't lie. Don't be like one of those faceless accounts, with 100 followers. I made $20,000 yesterday selling something, Don't lie. You don't need to lie to make money. Free weekly meal plan, a clear call to action. The next thing is your pinned post. So as you saw from day 15 to 30, I suggested introducing carousels. And this is where your carousels start to convert. As I monetize, these would change. And I will do that in a separate video. If you want that, let me know. But for the beginning, this is what I would suggest. So the first one is pin your most viral recipe. So as soon as you've got one, wait a few days, boom. Your best performing post goes hit. The next one is the save bait. So this is again all about a high save carousel that you've done. So 7 high protein vegan lunch ideas, and you put that there. This provides immediate utility, encourages a save, and proves you offer practical solutions. People are going to go on this and be like, yeah, I'm following you. The last one is connection. Pin a post that tells your story why you went vegan. Share your philosophy on food. This builds a human connection and shows the passion behind the recipes. This is how you win. This is how you maximize the followers that you can get. This strategy has proven to work time and time again. You do not need to overcomplicate everything. Keep it locked in and get your results. And you can see here. So for example, I've got this account here, last 30 days, 15,000 followers. And you can see we were at 0 right here. Okay. We were at 0 followers. And again, last 90 days, 0, 30,000 in 90 days, but we were able to achieve like 10K a month continuously. And again, 30 days, almost 50,000. We've been able to do this time and time again using this exact system. If you still want more, then I definitely recommend watching this 3-hour Instagram course right here, or check out my Instagram growth playlist. There is nothing like it on YouTube. If you want access to a document that goes through kind of this process, it's in my vault. And you simply need to sign up to my newsletter in my description and you'll get access to that. My newsletter is fire, if I say so myself, but be sure to like and subscribe this video, as it's a sign for me to make more content like this. My name is Alex. Be sure to check this playlist. Let's grow.